Hello and welcome back to my DireWolf 20 Let's Play 1.6 mod pack tutorial series. So I'm doing a bit of mining, looking for something fun, hopefully a mine shaft, where I can find some hidden treasure. I'm hoping for some ender lily seeds, but we'll see. But I'm running low on torches. I only have 4 left and I have no wood on me. So normally I have to go all the way back to the base, or at least somewhere I can go get wood and get some sticks. But Tinker's Construct has stone tool rods, and you can make them in a crafting grid with some cobblestone. If I make these stone tool rods and put coal on top of it, I can make more torches. Now, for some reason, they added a new item ID, a torch 1484 from Tinker's Construct, rather than just a vanilla torch, which I don't get that because they don't stack, so that's a little bit annoying. But I'll run out of torch really soon. I'll just use the Tinker's Construct torches. They work the exact same way. It's just a torch. Oh, it looks different. Okay, that's why. Alright, well, I would still prefer they were the same, but not a big deal. That's a good way to make torches when you're down mining and you don't want to go back yet. Alright, so, hopefully find a mine shaft, maybe find some treasure. Otherwise, we'll go back to the base, maybe start some industrial craft stuff. Get started on smelting up that basalt to get the basalt, or smelt up the basalt cobblestone to get basalt, so I can get basalt bricks and maybe start making the house. So I'll be back once I finish mining. Okay, so I'm back from my mining expedition. I got some things. I did find a mine shaft, but there were a lot of monsters down there, and it was right over a pool of lava, so I didn't go exploring yet. We'll look into that later. But for now, we're going to get started with industrial craft. So, industrial craft requires a lot of copper and rubber. And there are rubber trees from industrial craft, but I actually like the ones from Mine Factory Reloaded better. Because with industrial craft, you have to make a tree tap to get the rubber, and it grows back. And the only other way to get rubber is to use an extractor, which is a machine from industrial craft, which we can't make yet. Well, actually, we probably could, but I'm not going to yet. But the Mine Factory Reloaded trees drop this stuff, raw rubber and rubber wood. So if you cook up the raw rubber, you get rubber bars. And as you can see, I've already done some cooking. I've got plenty of rubber bars for now. And any place you can use rubber, you can use rubber bars. They're pretty much interchangeable, so that's great. So we're going to make an electric furnace, a bat box, a solar panel, and we're going to make those because we're probably not going to have enough coal to cook up all of this basalt cobblestone. There's just tons of it. I mined out as much as I could. I don't know how much I'll need for my house, but I assume I'm going to need tons, so I've got 20 full stacks of it right now. I hope I don't need more, but there's a couple more volcanoes, so if I need more, I'll get more. So let's get started with industrial craft. So the first thing we need, and if you've played industrial craft before, this is a new version. It's IC2 version 2. This is still in beta, but they've changed all kinds of things, and I actually like it better. It's a bit more complicated, but it's a bit more realistic, so I just like that better. So the first thing you'll notice is you don't use ingots anymore to make cables. You actually have to cut cables, and they use these things called plates now rather than refined iron. I don't think there is refined iron anymore. You actually have to make iron plates, and there are also tin plates and copper plates and gold plates. And they have machines to make this. I forget what it's called right now, but they have machines, but we can't build those yet. We don't have any machines, so we have to use something else to get started. So they have 2 tools to make this. A forge hammer. This is how we make plates. And it requires sticks and iron. So there we go. We have a forge hammer. And the forge hammer has durability. You have 80 uses, and then it goes away. So that's kind of nice, you know. I mean, tools do degrade over time, especially hammers would. So industrial craft is one of the few mods that actually, you know, accepts that tools will degrade. Other mods kind of just say, the tools never degrade, and that's not quite realistic. I mean, you know, I don't like that the tools degrade, but I do like realism. There's a little bit of balance there, so I generally try to go for more balanced things. I like it a little bit better. In addition to the forge hammer, we need a cutter, and this is what we can use to make cables. Cables are iron ingots and 3 iron plates. Okay, so we need the forge hammer before we even get started because we need the forge hammer to make iron plates. Well, how do you make iron plates? You put iron next to the forge hammer and get iron plates. And if my math's right, I need about 17 of these iron plates to make everything we're going to do. I'm just going to make 20. So, there we go. 20 iron plates. And we have 60 uses left in our forge hammer. So now I can make the cutter. Okay, so now we can make the basic tools of industrial craft, or the basic wiring anyway. So the first thing we're going to get is a solar panel. This is going to be the thing that generates our power. And we're going to use a solar panel so that we don't need fuel. We can just use the sun. So it works anytime there's daylight. It doesn't work if it's covered up or if it's nighttime. But the solar panel does pretty well. Now it doesn't generate very much power, but it is essentially free power, which is great when we're in the early game and don't have any big source of power. And there's another model we'll get into a little bit later called compact solars, which can combine your solar arrays into bigger solar arrays, but use just the same one block and generate much, much more power. So eventually, once we get a better solar array from compact solars, this is going to provide tons of power for us, which is just great. So okay, let's work on the solar panel, and I went over to the pulverizer. If you put coal in there, you get pulverized coal, which we need to make solar panels. Solar panels take 3 pulverized coal, or coal dust if we had a macerator. I don't have a macerator, and I don't think you can grind up coal in the grindstone. I don't think it's got that recipe. Let's just double check, see if it does. I can put it in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, apparently you can get coal dust from industrial craft, so I didn't know that. But okay, we now have some more coal dust. We will be using coal dust a lot more to make more solar arrays. We're going to need tons of this stuff, tons of everything. The solar arrays are very... well, the arrays require tons of resources. But, you know, you're generating free power, so what do you expect? There's got to be some kind of balance, and that's the trade-off. So we've got our coal dust, we've got our glass. Our solar panel also needs these electronic circuits and a generator. So if my math is right, I need 3 of these circuits. Circuits require copper cable, so I thought I only needed 6 of those, but apparently I'm going to need at least 18 of those copper cables. And some more iron plates, some redstone. So this is actually insulated copper cable, but they didn't change the name, even though they changed the name. They've got insulated tin cables, insulated gold cables, insulated high voltage cable, which is made from iron. I think that's it. So, to get copper cable, or insulated copper cable, because as you can see they have uninsulated copper cable, but everything else they just call whatever material and cable. So tin cable, gold cable, high voltage cable, they just call those the material and cable. After you put rubber on them, they call them insulated cables. So I would prefer they change the name to be consistent, but yeah, whatever. I guess they don't want to confuse everybody. So we're going to make some of these uninsulated copper cables. So how do we do that? Well, a cutter and some copper plates will get us 2 copper cables. So I need at least 18 of these, so I'm going to need 9 copper plates. So we'll take our copper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and our forge hammer, and we can get 9 copper plates. Put our copper plates in here with our cutter, and you can see the cutter has durability 2, uses left 60. And we can make uninsulated copper cables. So there we go. Achievement, get energy flow. Whatever. Alright, so in addition to the But we can't use uninsulated copper cables. We need insulated copper cables. So for that, we need rubber. Uninsulated copper cables and rubber bars get us copper cables. So there we go. I should be able to make the 3 electronic circuits I think I'm going to need for this. 1, 2, 3. And if I make too much, I'm going to do much more industrial craft stuff, so I'm not too worried about it, but I didn't want to have to keep going back into making more stuff. So there we go. Those are 3 circuits. So can we make the solar panel now? No, we need a generator. So a generator, and I believe I think I only need 1 generator, because generators are the basic power generation mechanism in industrial craft. You can put coal in here. It's like a steam dynamo from thermal expansion. I don't think it requires water, though. I think it just requires coal. So I don't think I have a use for a generator right now, but maybe we'll get one at some point, because these solar panels aren't too hard to make, and then we don't need coal. So I just think it's better. The generator requires 3 iron plates, an RE battery, and an iron furnace. Okay, we don't have iron furnaces or RE batteries. And I know we need 2 iron furnaces, which is iron plates, 5 of them, around a furnace. And the old recipe was either 8 refined iron in a furnace pattern, or you could use just 5 refined iron in this pattern with a stone furnace. So now you have to have a stone furnace, and you put iron plating around it to get an iron furnace. So I'll get my 2 iron furnaces, and my generator requires 3 more iron plates and an RE battery. I calculate I'm going to need 5 RE batteries, which requires 10 cable, redstone, and 10 item casing. So what are item casings? Well, we can actually put the plates, we can actually further hammer down the plates to get item casings, and just like the copper stuff, there is 10 item casings, copper item casings, gold item casings. I don't know if they're iron item casings or not. I can't remember, but we need to make 20 of these 10 item casings. So we take our forge hammer, and let's see here, how much we get? 1 iron plate, 1 tin plate, and that gives us 2 10 item cases. We put the tin plate back in there. So we need 18 more, so that should be 9 tin ingots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. To get us 18 more, and there we go. And our forge hammer is getting weak. You can't repair them, but they're not that expensive to make. Some iron and some sticks. Not too bad. And they actually do have machines, if I didn't mention this, that will make casings and cables. We don't have to keep using this manually. We can automate it at some point. Okay, we've got our 10 item casings. Can I make the RE batteries now? No, I still need 10 cables, and I think I need 7 tin cables. And as you can see, they call them insulated tin cable here, and just tin cable when it's not insulated. I like that a bit better, but that's okay. So, to get tin cable, we use the cutter. I'm sorry, no we don't. We use the forge hammer to get a tin plate, and we cut the tin plates. And that gets us 3. I guess we'll have to make 9. So I need 2 more tin plates. And that will get us 9 tin cables. And I will go ahead and insulate all of them, because I don't know what happens if you don't use insulated cables. I think you can connect machines with them, but I don't know, maybe they catch fire. I do know that machines used to explode in the older versions of Industrial Craft. Right now in the beta pack, they don't explode no matter how much voltage you put into a machine, but that could change at any time, so I would still... I'm sorry, I shouldn't even go into that yet. We're not there yet. Okay, insulated tin cables. Alright, now can I make the RE batteries? Sorry. Yes, I think so. Redstone, insulated tin cable, 10 item casings. And I think I said I needed 5 of these. There we go. 5 RE batteries. Alright, solar panel, generator, battery, furnace, iron plates. It says I can't make that. Sometimes NEI gets confused by industrial craft recipes. I think I do have enough stuff to make this, so I'm going to just click. Let me double check real quick. This is iron plate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have enough stuff to make this. Iron plate, RE battery, furnace. Yeah, sometimes NEI gets confused by the industrial craft stuff. They do some weird things with metadata and stuff in their items, so sometimes NEI can't figure out. They often get confused with RE batteries. RE batteries have this power, which is, I guess, part of the durability, and it can confuse things. It can confuse applied energistics. It can confuse NEI, so sometimes you're going to have to go put things down manually. Alright, I've got my generator, so now we can definitely make the solar panel. Okay, step 1, we have a solar power. We have a solar panel to generate solar power. So now we need something to store this solar power. So we're going to use the Tier 1 storage device from Industrial Craft. That's a bat box, not a battery box, a bat box. It requires 3 RE batteries, a tin cable, an insulated tin cable, and some planks. And again, you can see it has no idea that we actually have these things in our inventory. So I will just click planks and a tin cable. Bat box. Now we can store, like I said, sometimes pigmen follow you from the nether. I don't like that, but that's what it is. So I'm going to sleep the night away so we can go upstairs, or to the surface, I shouldn't want to say upstairs. Go to the surface, and I will show you how the solar power works, and show you how the bat box works. And as you can see, I planted a bunch of trees. Right-click to put the bat box down, put the solar panel, shift-click the solar panel right on top of it, and as you can see, it's storing power. Is he going to burn to death before he gets to me? He sure isn't. Okay, I'm running away, I'm running away, I'm running away. Stupid Domcraft zombies. Alright, let me get a sword. That's what happens when you don't sleep the night away and you end up with zombies running close to your base. Alright. So, solar panel. If this is yellow, it's getting power. You can put a battery in here and it will charge the battery, I think. Yes. So there we go, we can charge this RE battery in this solar panel directly, or we can charge it in the bat box by putting it in the top. If you put it in the bottom, it will put power into the bat box instead and drain the battery. So, top slot of the bat box, charge the battery. Bottom slot of the bat box, charge the bat box from the battery. And there's a place to charge the battery in the solar panel as well. If this is yellow, the sun's shining, it's got power, everything's great. Now there are different sides to the machines in Industrial Craft. The side with the dot, that's the output. So if I put my tin cable here, we can actually put this as output now. But I don't have that furnace, I didn't make that yet, so let's go back. I just wanted to plug that up so we'd have some power so we actually use it. So we actually start using it. So the last thing we want to make from Industrial Craft is the electric furnace. Which requires a circuit, an iron furnace, and 2 pieces of redstone. So, there we go, we have an electric furnace. Let me get some of that basalt cobblestone. And now this is what I was telling you earlier about the right kind of voltage. If you look at your tin cable or any kind of cable, it'll say so many EUs/T. So EU/T, energy units per tick. A tick is a unit of time in Minecraft. About 20 ticks is 1 second. And different machines have different energy levels they can accept. almost every machine you're going to get is going to accept a maximum of 32 EUs per tick. That's fine for what we have so far. The bat box can only output 32 EUs per tick. The tin cable can only transfer 32 EUs per tick. So that's fine. If you look at it with Wayla, you can see the power is going to be 3 EUs per tick. The max power is 32 EUs per tick. So it's only using 3 EUs per tick, but the max power is 32. So we can actually upgrade the machines in Industrial Craft and make them work faster, because as you will see right here, this is slower right now than the redstone furnace. The only thing that really makes this better for our purposes is that we can run it on the sun and we don't have to stand here and wait, because like I said, I've got 20 stacks of basalt cobblestone to cook up. This is going to take quite a while and quite a lot of energy. So we can actually make things to make this faster. We'll see, maybe get into that in a minute. I'll see where we're at for time. But right now we have a furnace running on solar power that needs no coal, no resources to cook up this cobblestone. And it can cook other things too. If we chop down trees, it could make a charcoal for us, which we could use as a source of coal. So we can use this to make more coal before we get better power systems. So that's fine. And like I said, there are better solar arrays which can do more power, and we can power many more machines using this. I planted a ton of rubber trees around here because Industrial Craft needs tons of rubber and tons of copper. Those are the main things it needs that you're going to run out of all the time. So to make the end goal solar array I want to make, I think we need like 3,000 ingots of copper and maybe 2,000 pieces of rubber, and that doesn't sound quite right, but it's really, really big numbers. So that's okay. We're not there yet. This is just the beginning. We will get those materials once we have a few quarries running. Alright, so there you have it. That is the beginnings of Industrial Craft using solar power. And I'm going to check the time, see how much time we have, see where we're at. I might try to make an overclocker, show you how you can make the machines faster. I'm not sure if I have the material to make that. Let me see what we need to make an overclocker. An overclocker is a thing that makes machines run faster, and you can put as many of these as you want in the machines, but the overclockers make them use more power, so there's a limit. You saw that machine can only accept 32 EUs per tick. If you put too many overclockers in there, it'll just drain all the power and it won't be able to go any faster, so you're going to have to strike a balance. So with one overclocker, it's going to decrease the processing time to 70%, so it'll only take 70% as long to go, but increases the power usage to 160%. So I don't know what the math is there. Fortunately, Whale will tell you when you get into that. So we need 2 copper cables, an electric circuit, and 10K coolant cells. Tin plates and water. We actually could make that. I will check the time and see where we're at for that. If we're not over on time, I'll go ahead and make that. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.